Hi, Fruity Cuties. What is up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and today we're going to take a look at what I eat every day. I pretty much eat the same thing every day of summer, so let's get into it. I am not a big believer in lots and lots of variety. I like to eat what is ripe, what is in season, and what tastes really good and makes my body feel really good. So let's get into it. First things first, I always start with water. I always start with at least 32 ounces of water, but this is 50 ounces. So lately I've been drinking Icelandic water, and if I work out, I might drink 2 bottles. So I like Icelandic. I actually drank 2 bottles today. Icelandic water. And then sometimes I do Mountain Valley as well. This is the plastic one, and this is 50 ounces as well. So I guess I usually drink about 50 ounces in the morning as I am getting ready for my workout, and then I work out. I always do at least an hour of either walking or jogging or weight training or bike riding, something first thing in the morning every day. It's helping me a lot because I did have loose skin from losing over 60 pounds. I went from 185 to 125, and I did have some loose skin that lingered because I never worked out. I lost that weight not working out. So if you want to have the body of your dreams, I'm here to tell you, you got to move your motherfucking body. You got to work out. So that's the first thing. Then depending on what time I wake up, I've been waking up at 5:55 every morning recently. So around 9 or 10 o'clock, something like that, I will have my first meal of the day, which is watermelon. All summer long, we're doing watermelon, and I usually have half or as much as I want, as much as you want, which is the most amazing part of the raw food diet. You can eat as much as you want and still be healthy and still lose weight, but you got to be careful what you eat. Okay, if you eat as much nuts as you want, you're gonna gain weight. So all the people out there asking me, how do I gain weight, Jeanette? Eat more nuts, avocado and coconut and durian and nuts, almond butter and nuts, dried fruit, lots of calories. Okay, I was eating unlimited fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds in 2011. I still lost weight because I was used to eating 10,000 or more calories a day. And then when I eat unlimited fruit and vegetables, nuts, and seeds, I'm eating maybe 3,000, 4,000 calories, right? So automatically I lost weight. But now that I've been doing it for 15 years, if I eat unlimited nuts, I'm going to gain weight. So it depends on if you're overweight or not. I'm not overweight anymore. So, okay, we digress. Breakfast is watermelon in the summertime. If I don't have watermelon, I like papaya. Now, these papayas, of course, they are from Mexico. They have been irradiated or heat treated, so they're never going to taste as good as something local. But I can't find local papayas. If anybody knows in Miami where I can get local papayas, please let me know below. I will pay for them. I will pay. Okay, so I got these. I got 3 ripe papayas, almost ripe. This one's not ripe. Okay, these look ripe, but they're not ripe yet. They have to smell. Like this one smells really good, and this one also is ripe. And what happens is that when it ripens, I put it in the fridge for 24 hours because I like my papaya cold. And so I'll have a papaya for breakfast. And if that's not enough, then I'll maybe make some nice cream with at least 5 frozen bananas. Okay, lunch during the summertime and anytime I can get them is going to be mangoes or any other ripe fruit. I am waiting patiently for my mangoes to ripen. I have a ripe one here. Almost, almost. There's some Florida mangoes, by the way, that stay green. They ripen and they stay green. The way you know, look at this cute little one. The way you know a mango is ripe is if it smells. It needs to smell very, very fragrant from the outside. And usually that will only happen, actually, not usually, that will always only happen when they are ripe. So they got to smell. So breakfast, usually a juicy fruit. Lunch is more of a denser fruit. It's rare that I'll have watermelon or something for lunch because by lunchtime I'm hungrier. I want something more dense. Mangoes or a nice cream or a smoothie or something more dense, mame sapote or a soursop, something like that. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with having melons for lunch as well. Sometimes, so I'll have as many mangoes as I want. Yesterday, I think I had 7 or 8 mangoes. It depends. If you're hungry, you're going to eat more. If you're sitting on your ass all day, you're going to need less and you're going to eat less. Okay. You don't always need to eat the same amount of calories. It depends on your activity level. I get between 15 and 20,000 steps a day. So if you're getting that amount of steps, then you can eat as much as you want. If you're not going to be as hungry. You just you just make sure you have the fruit in the house and then eat it until you're full. When you're full, stop eating. Easier said than done. I know. But there's lots of tips and tricks if you join my private community. I talked all about it yesterday. So check out the links below. Misfit Mondays. I think it was a pretty good Misfit Mondays. Let me know below if you were there. We talked about why some people struggle more than others. And the biggest reason is because it's not an emergency. If you don't have to go raw, you ain't doing it. Like for me, it was an emergency. I was suicidal. I was suffering bad. And if you're not suffering, then you're like, it's not that bad. Like nobody changes if they don't have to. We are a lazy species. So, I mean, if you want to wait until you get diagnosed with cancer, then go ahead if that's what you really want. But don't wait because then it might be too late. It might be too late. I'm telling you right now, you're watching this for a reason. All right? Don't wait, boo. Don't wait. Now, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner. So most of the time, dinner is, I have so much in front of me. I don't know how to do this. Most of the time, dinner is a big salad. And it's been like that for 15 years. But it's not just any salad. It can't be some bullshit salad. Okay, it has to be big. So we're gonna do as much greens as I want. I like this one from Costco too. Okay, fresh greens as much as I want. And then we're gonna put in cucumbers, probably about 3 or 4 of these Kirby cucumbers, and oh god, tomatoes, zucchini, peppers. Okay, those are all fruits. I got this guy too. I love these microgreens. Makes me feel like a billionaire. Put these on top. And then if I don't have enough, cucumbers and zucchini noodles and tomatoes and stuff, I always have backup in the freezer, okay? Successful people, they prepare to fail, okay? Or fail to prepare. You know the thing, you know the expression? Okay. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So I always have backup in my freezer. So if I don't have enough things in my house, I will take out some green peas, okay, organic green peas, no salt added. I like these from Whole Foods. I like the petite actually, but I take some green peas and I'll let them sit on the counter, or I'll put them in some hot water, defrost them, and then I can put those in my salad, bulk up the salad a little bit, and then I make a dressing. Okay, so my dressing is usually about a half cup of sunflower seeds or cashew nuts. Oh boy, sesame seeds or tahini or almonds. I do recommend you switch up the nuts or seeds that you're eating, because here's the damn truth. Okay, you want the truth? I'll give you the truth. But can you handle the truth? I don't know. The truth is that as humans, I don't really think we're supposed to be eating seeds, nuts or seeds. I really, really don't. But us humans, we eat a lot of things we're not supposed to be eating. We're eating dead animals, we're eating Twinkies, we're eating Oreos. So between dead animals and nuts, yeah, go with the nuts. But between fresh, ripe, juicy fruit and vegetables, that is the best food on earth. That needs to be the staple of your diet if you're going to heal and be healthy for life. And then all these other foods like the nuts and the seeds and the mustard and the maple syrup and the frozen fruit and vegetables and the crackers, whatever you guys eat, flackers, yeah, Lara bars, shout out Patricia, boo. Ooh, ooh. Sorry. When I think of Lara bars, I think of my fruity cutie, Patricia, because she's in my community and I love her. Okay, let's move on. So wait, I don't know why I did that to her. All the other foods, cacao and the dates. I know dates are a fruit, but they're not a fresh, ripe, juicy fruit. They're a dehydrated, dry, sticky, gooey fruit. All the dried fruit, all the nuts, all the seeds, that's the condiments of the raw food diet, okay? So be very careful. You don't want to have those things as a meal, okay? You don't want to have those things as as staples of your diet. Your staples of your diet are the fresh, ripe, juicy, delicious fruit and veggies. Okay. So what you're going to do, oh, it looks like that might have gone bad. Okay, great. See, your food needs to go bad. I think this was in the fridge too long. Oh, man. So your food needs to go bad. If it doesn't go bad, it already went bad. Write that down and live by that. Also, the more simple the meal, the better you'll feel and the faster you'll heal. Yeah, put that in the show notes, boo boo. The first part of that was Doug Graham. Doug Graham said once on a video, the simpler the meal, the better you'll feel. And I was like, what? So I started eating simple meals, just mangoes, just watermelon, just honeydew. And by the way, sometimes for dinner, I have honeydew. Sometimes for dinner, I'll have cantaloupe, one or two. Okay. Sometimes I don't want to make a big salad or I don't have time to make a big salad. Sometimes for dinner, I will have mangoes in the summertime. Okay. So I do have fruit only sometimes, but as a staple, I have fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, and a big, big salad for dinner. Now, the dressing is always some type of nut or seed, and you mix it up because there's a certain amount of arsenic and lead and different things in all these nuts and seeds, right? Because we're not supposed to be eating nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds, they go in the ground. Okay, you plant them and then a whole tree comes out, right? So like we're not supposed to be eating those. Like think of a mango seed. You don't eat a mango seed. So what are we doing here? So they can be condiments, they can be for your dressings, okay? And then sometimes you might want to take a little bit of a break and not have any nuts and seeds, see how you feel. You might feel better. And you can make great dressings with either dates or you can make some guacamole, which I think I'll make tonight, which I have shown many times on my YouTube channel, which is you take a bag of peas, so like 16 ounces of the peas, let them defrost or soak them in hot water, put them in the blender, with a tomato, some cilantro, some garlic, some onions, some lime, anything you would put in guacamole, put it in the blender and blend it up. Then you want to chop up, if you like chunky guacamole, you want to chop up tomatoes and peppers and green onion or red onion, and then put that in and then just mix it in so that it's chunky guacamole, or you can have it smooth, and then mix that into your salad. Really good, really good. Fat free. Okay, I know you guys are obsessed with fat. No fat, all fat. I don't know what's going on with the fat. But it's not so much about the fat you eat as the fat you wear. It's more like the calories you eat are the calories you wear. And if you eat just a little handful of nuts, that's an extra 1,000 calories. So you have to be aware of that if you're on your weight loss journey. Okay. But if you're overweight, don't worry about it because you're fucking overweight. Like there's different times for different lifestyles. Me, if I eat unlimited nuts, I'm going to gain weight. I'm not overweight anymore. But if you're over 200 pounds, eat the nuts, boo. They're the healthiest thing that you're fucking eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eating fried food. You eating fucking pasta and bagels and shit, and muffins and cakes. No, eat nuts. Unlimited fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. But eat your nuts later in the day, okay? And have them in a big salad. Make a big, delicious dressing. I do a half cup of nuts, so maybe half cup of cashews, and then I like to put in some parsley, garlic, lemon, water. That's all you need, and a date, maybe half a date or a full date. And mustard. Blend that up in the blender and then pour it on and you'll have the most delicious salad. And if that's not enough, then guess what? Make another one. If you are hungry, this is so fucking key. If you are hungry after your salad, it wasn't big enough and there wasn't enough calories in there. Another thing that I learned over the years, okay, and then I'm going to end the video. But let me know below if you have any questions, comments, concerns about what I eat in a day. I'm going to be making a lot of these videos because seems like you guys like them, so fuck it. I'm going to do what you guys like instead of just doing what I want, which is what I've been doing for the past 8 years. I'm going to start doing what the people want. So let me know the videos that you'd like me to make and I'll make them. Fuck it. So what was I saying? Oh, yes. Something that I learned over the years is that sometimes I was hungry after my salad and I wanted something sweet. So eventually I started experimenting and having a small amount of fruit before my salad. Okay. So what I do now is, I forgot to mention this, but sometimes if I'm really hungry, I will have like a cup or two of grapes or a few oranges or maybe a little smoothie or a little bit of nice cream, maybe 4 or 5 bananas in the blender frozen bananas with mangoes or just cinnamon or just vanilla bean. Blend that up, and I'll have that before my salad. Then 20 minutes later, I'll make my salad, and then 20 minutes later, I'll eat my salad, and I will be full, and I'll be satisfied, and I'll be happy, and all good in the mother fruity hood. But if you're hungry after your salad, it's you didn't have enough fruit during the day, or your salad was pathetic, and you need to up those calories in that salad. Okay. Don't be afraid to eat fruit after your salad. It's just better to eat it before because, as you know, fruit digests much quicker than a salad, nuts, and greens. Okay. If you're worried about blood sugar, then eat some greens. Do what Robbie from Mastering Diabetes does, and he eats greens with his fruit because greens slow down your digestion. So if you're worried about blood sugar, boo, eat some greens with your fruit, with your breakfast and your lunch. Okay, and then I think that's it for now. I have some tips that I want to give you on how to stop eating at night, how to stop binging on food at night. So I'll do that in the next episode. Let me know below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you like fruit and you want to be cute. And I'll see you in the next episode, boo. And don't forget, if you wanna be cute, you gotta eat fruit. You earned that because you stayed till the end. Love you, boo. Bye.